Welcome to the Kevin Dunn Show, and as always, we are so excited that you've taken the time out to join us. As always, we have a special guest on the show. Today we have none other than the new head coach of the LaGrange High School football Grangers, Dialleo Burks. When we come back from the commercial break, we're going to find out more about Dialleo Burks and what it actually felt like when he received the news that he was the next head coach for LaGrange High.
At Charter Bank, you get totally free checking with online statements. You betcha. Free mobile banking, free online banking, free online bill pay, free debit card, even a new account gift. Free. At Charter Bank, we're here to wow you. And totally free checking is just the beginning. Come see us or open online at charterbank.net. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We interrupt our regular scheduled programming for breaking news. We are outside of a local restaurant here where people are trying to get their way in. Miss, can you guys come here and tell us what's actually going on today?
Sure. I'm hungry. I'm trying to get in Mama Sherry's. I've been thinking about what I want all night and all day, so this is the best food in town. And so I and everyone else is trying to get in.
And what about you?
Trying to get in Mama Sherry's to get something to eat.
Well, there you have it. They're trying to get into Mama Sherry's to get something to eat. At Mama Sherry's, they want you to feel the love and warmth as they offer all of the favorite foods your mom and grandmother served you growing up. In this day and time, good food consisting of fresh meat and vegetables are hard to come by for a reasonable price. Mama Sherry's all-you-can-eat buffet has over 70 items that gives you and your family a variety where everyone will leave satisfied. They have the friendliest service on staff, just like the good old days you spent at Grandma's house. Come to Mama Sherry's, where the love and taste of great food go hand in hand. Welcome back to the Kevin Dunn Show. We have Coach Dialleo Burks, the new head coach of LaGrange High School football Grangers. How you doing, man?
Great.
So you had time to come and sit with us today.
Yes, I've had time.
I know that schedule is very hectic.
Yes, it is. A lot to do.
So things have kind of changed for you in the last 2 or 3 months, huh?
Oh, drastically.
Drastically. So, Coach Burks, what was it like when you first received the call that you were going to be the new head football coach at LaGrange High?
It was a breathtaking experience. It was a lot to take in. I really couldn't think, at the moment. It was a lot going through my mind at the time, but I was overjoyed, extremely blessed. All I could do was just thank the Lord for the opportunity. So
what was your reaction? I mean, what did you, I'm kind of reserved. If someone was to walk up and give me $1 million now, I'd still be kind of cool. So did you do anything? Did you do any crazy dances around your house in front of your kids and your family?
I just wiped my face.
You just wiped your face?
Yeah, I just wiped my face. It was definitely a tear-shedding moment. Everything that I've been through. Right. To get to this point, me and my family, it was an unbelievable experience.
Right, and your time has arrived, and I know the family is excited, the community is excited. Now how many kids you have? You married?
Married, okay. 18 years.
18 years, and how many kids you have?
4.
4 kids.
4 kids.
All right. So tell me, what was the family's reaction when you received the news that you would be the next head football coach at LaGrange?
Oh, they were gung-ho Grangers. Gung-ho Grangers, because I was still making the transition from Lafayette High School.
Okay.
And so it wasn't as though we put those guys on the back burner. It was just another opportunity that would really propel not only me but them as well in this role. So it was like I say, it was a very good experience for us. It was a happy moment. We're still living off of it now.
Right.
It still haven't settled down, but it's still unbelievable. Each and every day that I walk in that office is different. It's different.
So your family now kind of have to let you go. You know what I'm saying? What do you think that's going to be like when the season actually starts? And I know championships are built on the off season. I know you're working drastically right now, but once you really get into the thick of things, what do you think that's going to be like as far as family life? Because I know your kids play sports, and you know how you going to manage all that?
I envision with my wife, because I first of all have to give her all the praise for what she has done with our kids, you know, in my absence.
Exactly.
I want to set a family atmosphere. That's what I told my coaches.
That's good.
That's
good.
So the kids will be there at the facility with us.
That's good.
I'm pretty sure any time that I could, you know, get away to see a ball game, I'm gonna be there at the ball games.
Yes,
you
sir.
know, that's gonna be my first priority to do that. I don't want to be an absent dad in their life, even though I'm a coach. I have a great coaching staff right now. Great coaching staff, and they understand my position and how I feel about my family, and they feel the same about their family.
Great.
And I assured them and their wives that at least one day a week we're going to take a family day.
That's great.
And we're going to spend time with our families.
That's good.
So
that's good.
Managing both sides. I know she's still going to, like I say, carry a lot of weight. She's going to do a lot of picking up, a lot of dropping off. But when she drop them off, they'll pretty much come to me. So, so I still be around.
All right. So Coach Burks, tell us what it was like. You had a stellar career at LaGrange High School. What is it like to have played for an institution and then being called to lead the institution?
Kevin, what's different is, you know, most people look at my career, but I only played really 1 year in high school.
Really?
Only 1 year. I started off, I was on the team. I was on the team, but I was one that, what they call a bench rider. And
you were a bench rider?
I was a bench rider.
Okay.
And my 9th and 10th grade year, my junior year was the first year that I really stepped on the field and started to play. And Coach John Revere, who is a mentor of mine, awesome coach, one of the best coaches I've ever had, played me at wide receiver, and I had the most plays out of the wide receivers. I had 326 plays.
326 plays?
326 plays.
How do you remember 326 plays?
Because I only caught 4 passes.
Okay.
Out of those 326 plays, I only caught 4 passes. But out of those 4, 2 of them was touchdowns. So he told me, he said, it's not about the amount of plays that you're in, it's about what you do with the plays when you get them.
That's profound.
And so going into my senior year, I was still a backup. I was a backup. And Walter Harris, good friend of mine, teammate, ended up getting hurt. And so that's what propelled me to get into a starting role. And I never forget Coach Pickett went to the media center because my mom was a media specialist in there. And he told her he was scared. He was scared that I had to hit the field, that I really had to go and play.
Man, that's incredible.
But I saw that as an opportunity of, you know, seeing all those days and Friday nights that I stood over there on that sideline. I knew that my window of opportunity was very small. So I ended up starting for 5 games and ended up having 10 interceptions in that season, only starting half the season. And so while playing, you know, wide receiver as well. So when we talk about opportunity, that was one that I definitely took advantage of. So when people talk about my high school career, all I could think about was what led up to that point. So it wasn't about the 15-0 season. That was a great season. You know, great memory. A stat that I will always carry, but I always hold on to what led me up to that point because that's what built me.
That's what built you.
That's what built me. So when they say use this superstar, I was like, no.
That's all I've heard.
I was not a superstar. You know, I think I was second team all region.
Wow.
Second team all region in all county. Was the only first team accolade I had. Other than that, I was second, third team. So when you talk about stellar, I'm looking at first team. You know, all state, all American. I didn't have those.
It was your time then, and it's your time now. Wow, that's very interesting. I did not know that. Now, when you applied for the position and looking at it from afar, what was the position somewhat intimidating? In the beginning?
The position was not intimidating to me. How I applied for the job was interesting in itself because I was set in Alabama.
That's right.
By being a head coach and an athletic director, I was approached by Coach Branch, who, told me, he said, D, my time is coming to an end. He said, I really think that you will be the next guy to carry the torch.
Okay.
He said, well, come and let me mentor you for about another 2 years and we'll see. And so that was a decision. I'm like, do I leave a job that I already have or, go back?
I know that was tough.
And so it was, and lo and behold, those 2 years was not 2 years. It was more like 2 weeks. Because I came up after the Carrollton game and watched practice, and he pulled me in the office and he said, D, he said, I think this thing gonna happen a whole lot quicker than what I told you. So I was thinking, well, Coach, I gave a lot of thought to it, and I'm really leaning heavy, towards giving you, that time. And he said, well, what about a week and a half? And I was like, a week and a half? So it went much faster than what, he originally planned. But, Kevin, what we always hold on to is our time frame is not God's time frame.
Always.
And so he did prepare me for that moment, and when it came, I was able to take advantage.
Okay, all right. Now, Coach Burks, this is a program that has a lot of rich tradition, winning, Granger football. What makes you want a challenge of this magnitude? You're in a tough position right now. What makes you want a challenge like this?
I don't feel like I'm in a tough position.
That's good.
I don't feel like I'm in a tough position.
I'm on the outside looking in.
Because being a Granger, that means you're number one.
Okay.
And I've held to that standard every place I went, from college to pros, even back to when I started coaching. I've always held on to those Granger values, and Grangers means that you are a champion. No matter what. Always. And coming into this position, that's our standard. That's what we expect. We expect to win. Being a new coach, a lot of people say, well, you're going to get it together in, 2 or 3 years. And I just look at them. I'm not looking at 2 or 3 years. I'm looking at, starting in July when we have our first day of practice. That's when we're going to get it together.
Right.
Because I really believe in the guys that we have. I believe in our coaching staff. And just that belief alone will carry you a long ways.
That's good.
And so, holding this, it's always number one. We're number one, regardless.
So the pressure's already on anyway.
Pressure's on.
Because of where you are, and wow, that's incredible that you look at it like that. That's a very unique way of looking at it like that.
I explained to our guys the other day, before we went into the NFL camp that we just finished up, we are a top 10 program in the nation.
Right.
Top 10, 11 state titles. We've put more than 13 guys in the NFL. So just holding that magnitude, looking at it that way, yes, it's some pressure. Right. Holding on to that top 10 spot. But when you look at it from the other parameters, no, it is not any pressure at all. That's how we're built. That's how we were built.
Granger tough.
Granger tough, baby.
Okay. What else has prepared you for this huge responsibility in life?
First off, the trials and tribulations that I've gone through in my life. Like you say, being in the last position, I was able to learn. And one thing that I teach my kids, when you're behind, you're going to learn either one or two things. Either you're going to learn how to fold, or you're going to learn how to stand up and be the champion that you were made to be. And I think, through the things that I've been through in my life, I've overcame a lot. I've overcame a lot. Now, I have failed at some things as well. But through those failures, I've also learned what to do the next time.
That's good.
And I think those things have definitely built me to take on a position like this. So that I could be successful. Second of all, I think my resume alone has helped propel me to this position. Playing professional football, not only in the NFL, but Arena League, the XFL, and also NFL Europe. Those are different types of football. Football is football, but different leagues, you got different twists to it.
Exactly.
And so now I'm able to coach from multiple perspectives, and not just one direct perspective.
It's good, man. We're going to have to pause and take a quick commercial break. When we come back from the commercial break, we're going to be asking Coach Burks how he plans on turning this program around to make it a winning program once again. What are you doing for lunch today?
Man, I don't know. I was thinking about some wings.
Well, I know where we are going. DJ's. DJ's has bone-in wings, hot or mild, lemon pepper, barbecue, and you gotta try the sweet and spicy.
And DJ's also has boneless wings.
They've got delicious fish and steak sandwiches.
And their salads are big enough to even fill me up.
And top it off with a fruit and ice frozen drink.
Man, I'm hungry.
We're headed to DJ's.
Life in the country is a conscious choice. And with that choice comes hard work, attention to detail, and investing in the right tools to keep your home or farm at its best. So why choose anything but the very best zero turns on the market today? Exmark. Known for their durability, precision cut, and time-saving performance, Exmarks are the preferred brand of mowing equipment for the landscape professional and people like you who take pride in their lawn. For special pricing incentives, visit exmark.com or your local dealer.
Welcome back to the Kevin Dunn Show, where we are talking with Coach Dialleo Burks, the newly elected head football coach of the LaGrange High School Grangers. Coach Burks, I want to know, what are your top 3 priorities of focus to turn this program into a solid program? I know you probably say it's already solid, but where do you look to spend your focus?
When I came in January 6th, that was my first day here. I stood in front of the guys, and from that point, I went through every last one of them: grades, attendance, and conduct.
Grades, attendance, and conduct.
Conduct. Have not spoken to a coach. And a matter of fact, I didn't even talk to a coach for another 2 or 3 months. So my first focus is grades first. Everyone will not get an opportunity to play football at the next level, on the college level.
Right.
But everyone will get an opportunity to go and be the best they can be out there in the working force.
Right.
And I want my program to be of that. That any guy who encounters it, they are ready made for the real world. They're gonna be ready.
Awesome.
To attack it. So. And in my program, grades are first.
Grades are first.
I don't do failures at all. The ultimate goal is to pass every class. That's why you go to school, is to pass every class. And second of all, you go to school. So that means you are there every day and on time. That's the first value I set in my program, like I say, is grades. You know, I want guys to achieve excellence. Not just on the football field where we winning state titles, but we want to achieve straight A's, 4.0. That's excellent.
That's good.
So that's number one. Second of all is I want my guys to be upstanding young men. That wherever they go, whether they have on their Granger jersey or not, people in the community recognize them and they see them doing great things through community service, through other organizations. We have to be able to understand that it's not about us just getting handouts.
Right,
you know, people coming to see us play every Friday. The same ones that come to see us play, guess what? We want to give back to them in the same way that they're giving to us.
Incredible.
So we have to understand that we have to give to the community. Then third of all, be the best player that you can be. Be the best football player that you can be. Everyone on the team has a role, whether that's carrying the ball 30 times a game, whether that's getting the offense and defense ready to play on Friday. Everyone has to understand and assume their roles and have fun.
Have fun.
You know, have fun doing it.
That's good.
The game is tough as it is, you know, and for you to come out there every day with an attitude and, you know, a frown on your face when it's your choice to be out there, then So if anyone's around me, they're gonna tell you that I'm a happy guy. You know, I love to be happy. I love to laugh, but I want those guys to enjoy what they're doing because it is an experience and it's one that will carry with them for the rest of their lives. Football players, we often tell lies. We often, I'm saying it. I'm saying it. We often fabricate some of the things that we've done in our football career. I know I have. I told one guy I kicked 3 field goals in 9th grade. I only kicked 1, and it went straight up in the air, came back down, never kicked again. That was that was it. So you know, it's about every guy. Every guy enjoying that experience and being able to talk about that experience, not just the guys who make it to the elite level, but everybody, because everybody is wearing the same jersey, everyone is wearing the same helmet, and we all out there for one and one cause only, and that's to win.
That's good. That's good. Now, Coach Burks, you're in a position where adversity is going to come. Problems will arise. Critics will criticize. When this adversity, when these things come up, how do you plan on handling those? The adversity, how do you plan on handling that? And I know some things you don't know until you get there, but if you could give me a little insight on that.
I often talk from a football perspective.
Okay.
Anytime I'm talking about life, I always gear it towards football.
Okay.
And my wife will tell you, she's kind of on that level too, where we say we're going to play the next play. Regardless of what happened, we're going to play the next play. So you may lose that play, you may get knocked down the play before, but guess what? As long as you have breath in your body, you get to play another play. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the next play.
The next play.
Like I said, I know some are going to criticize the calls and that we make and question, you know, the people that's on the field. But I told them this in my parent meeting, that that's all well and good that you can criticize that. But I say at the end of the day, guess what? I'm still going to call the next play.
You're going to call the next play.
It's going to be me and my coaching staff that's going to call the next play. No one from the outside. So when we look at this, it's about those 86 guys that's lining up in that uniform and those 10 coaches.
That's good.
That's all I'm concerned about right now. I know, you know, people who means the program well.
Right.
And I know people who wants to just get in and try to tear it up.
Right.
But I'm gonna let a higher power handle those.
Okay.
And the opponent, we're gonna handle them. So it to me, it's just all about playing the next play.
Playing the next
play.
play.
When adversity hits, because I know it. That's the main element that we teach our guys, that we teach our players. That
Great.
The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in times of comfort, but where he stands in times of adversity. So when adversity does hit, who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? That's how we coach. We coach to push those guys over the edge. Not to just push them to the edge. No, we want to push them over the edge because we want to see how are you going to act.
Exactly.
Some may walk out of the gate and say, Coach, I quit.
Can't handle it.
That's fine. I want to see how long it's going to take for him to realize it's not as bad as what it really seems. And now, Coach, I want to come back.
Right.
Hey, I'm going to welcome you with open arms. Now, you're going to do some extra stuff for walking out, but we going to handle it. But now, your knots as a man have just gone up, have just went up.
Exactly.
So adversity to us, we don't look at it. We overcome it.
Overcome it. So it's not what's behind you, it's always what's ahead.
If what's in front, because our motto, and we don't have that many, is if you're in the front, you can't see what's behind you. I don't have eyes in the back of my head.
That's true.
So it's all about what's in front of me, what's facing me, not living in the past and what happened.
Interesting. With you taking over this position, outside of the grades, the conduct, what are some other challenges do you face?
One of the big ones is caring too much. And you know, I say that, and you're like, how can you care too much? Because this is a job where I can work it 24 hours a day.
You're right.
I can work it 24 hours a day because it's some bolt that needs to be tightened just a little bit. But I still have a wife at home. I still have 4 kids that I have to be involved in their lives.
True.
So my biggest downfall, and I was built on the game of football. You know, this is how I fed my family for 13 years, was with my feet and my hands and my hands.
Right.
So my wife, she lets me know when I'm doing too much. When I hit the house, the phone is off. The phone is off. If I come in there and I'm still on it, and she's standing there, she just point to the door. You go right back out that door. Now when you come in, now you're dad. Now you're my husband. So my biggest downfall would be caring too much, because we have 86 different personalities, multiple personalities that we got to be in charge of. So, you know, carrying their problems, and now I have my problems. Whoo, I could be really messed up if I wasn't together, or I have, you know, a great coaching staff to support me. I could be really messed up.
Exactly.
But we're going to keep that under wraps, but like I say, it gets hectic at times, but, for me, it's just caring too much.
It's caring too much. That's very interesting that you say that. Never thought about that as well. What can the LaGrange High School system, the community, the fans, what can they do to support you and your leadership?
The system has done a great job.
Okay.
They've done a great job by first giving me the opportunity to hold this position, along with the administration at LaGrange High School, Dr. Johnson, Coach Smith, and all the assistant principals. I love those guys to death. The coaches, all I ask of them is just for them to give me their all. Treat those kids and players like their own. That's all I ask of the coaches. And the fans in the community, how can they support? Sell out every game.
Sell out every game.
Sell out every game. I want every seat filled, because standing on that sideline, from what I went through and seeing all of those people in the stands, it was uplifting whether I was playing or not. I was like, man, I get to look and see such and such over there and do that. But when no one's at the game, now you feeling like, you know what? No one loves me. No one loves me. No one cares about me because they're not here to see. And that alone goes a long ways for a kid to see, his parents, his family in the stands, other people cheering for him, little kids wearing their jersey numbers. That goes a long way for those kids. So for the fans in the community, I would say continue to wear that blue and silver proud, and pack out the games. Pack them out.
Should it? Okay, now when the program is not winning, how do you get the support of the fans to still come? I know what you said was valuable, but as far as people who may be looking at, well, they're not winning or they were not winning, why should I still come to the game?
Everything has a starting point.
Okay.
But it's already started. If you are a true Granger fan, you understand there's going to be some ups and downs. Yes, we have, won for a while.
Right.
But everything comes in different seasons. So we've been going through that season where things haven't been that great. And I'm not going to sit here and say that it may not still happen.
Right.
But what I want everyone to understand is that the vision that I have for this program,
yes, sir,
is all about winning. It's about winning, on the field, off the field, in their lives. That's what we do. We win. Even when we lose, we win. Right. That's what even when we lose, we win, because as long as you did your best, in my eyes, you won.
You won.
If you gave me everything you had, and you did it to the best of your ability, in my eyes, you won. It may not reflect on the record. Right. But you won. Okay. So, for others to look at that and say, why should I come to a game? For one, if you're a Granger fan, you should be there.
You should be there. Right.
You should be there. A lot of my friends, some played, some was right there with us, have doubted. Right. Have doubted. So it's not only what goes on the field, but we've been going through some stuff off the field as well. Okay. And a lot of people can't handle that. We can handle losing, but we can't handle losing and our players are acting any kind of way that they want to act. Great. Great. Now that's totally out of character for us. So I don't want to be around that. So half of me understand why, some have shied away. Okay. Yes, it's obvious. Okay. It's obvious. Right. And to some extent, I would agree fully, but what have we done as a family to say, okay, well, let me go and give that kid some encouraging words, because I've been through the same thing that he's been through. I wore that uniform. That's great. Okay. I'm really reaching out to a lot of the alumni guys for them to come back and let those guys see that, hey, what Coach Burks is telling you is what was told to him and what was told to the person before. It's all the same. Well, that's great, man. We're out of time right now. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be a guest on the show. Wish you much success, much support, and just ready to see the great things that God has in store for you as leading this LaGrange High School program. Once again, thank you for watching The Kevin Dunn Show. And if you have a topic that you would like to see discussed on the show, please email us at thekevindunshow@wjcntv.com. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.